What will the world look like in 2050? Flying cars, AI overlords, or something even stranger? Today on Flinto File, we're diving into 10 creepy predictions for 2050 that could change everything. Let's get started. Imagine a world where the boundary between your mind and technology disappears. Picture merging your thoughts seamlessly with machines. No more typing, tapping, or swiping. Instead, your ideas flow directly from your brain to the digital universe as naturally as breathing. No keyboard, no phone, no screens, just pure thought, instantly connecting you to everything and everyone. The devices we rely on today could become relics of the past, replaced by the power of our own minds. By 2050, experts predict that advanced brain implants will allow us to connect directly to the internet. These tiny devices, embedded within our brains, could revolutionize how we interact with the world, making information accessible at the speed of thought. Imagine controlling your home, your car, or even your job tasks, just by thinking about them. Need to look up a fact, send a message, or adjust your environment? It could all happen instantly, without lifting a finger. Major tech companies and startups are already pouring billions into developing brain-computer interfaces. The race is on to create the next leap in human evolution, blending biology and technology in ways we've only dreamed of. Some futurists believe we'll soon be able to upload our memories, experiences, and even entire skill sets to the cloud. Imagine never forgetting a moment, or instantly acquiring new abilities by downloading them straight into your mind. Want to speak a new language or master a complex skill? In the future, you might download it in seconds, turning science fiction into reality and unlocking human potential like never before. But with this incredible power comes new risks. If your mind is online, who controls your thoughts and memories? Could your most private ideas be accessed, stolen, or even manipulated? The threat of hacking, data theft, or erasure becomes deeply personal when it's your consciousness at stake. Protecting mental privacy will be one of the greatest challenges of our time. As the line between human and machine blurs, we'll face profound ethical questions. What does it mean to be human when our minds are part of the digital world? Who decides how this technology is used and who gets access? Ready or not, the race to connect our brains to the internet has already begun. The future is closer than you think, and it's up to us to shape what comes next. Picture a city run entirely by AI, traffic, power, safety, all managed by algorithms. By 2050, smart cities could optimize everything, from your commute to emergency response. AI would monitor millions of cameras, predict crimes, and control resources in real time. Efficiency would skyrocket, but so would surveillance and loss of control. If AI makes all the decisions, what happens to human freedom? In the quest for perfect cities, we might become cogs in a machine we can't control. By 2050, robots and AI could replace millions of jobs: drivers, customer service, even doctors and lawyers. Unlike past tech revolutions, AI can do both manual and cognitive work. New jobs may not appear fast enough, leading to mass unemployment and inequality. Universal basic income could become necessary just to survive. But if work disappears, what gives life meaning? The very concept of a job could vanish for much of the world. Are we ready for a future where work is obsolete? By 2050, climate change could force more than 1 billion people to leave their homes, making them climate refugees. This staggering number is not just a statistic, it represents families, communities, and entire cultures uprooted by forces beyond their control. Imagine the heartbreak of leaving behind everything familiar, not because of war or politics, but because the environment itself has become hostile to life. Rising seas will swallow coastlines, extreme heat will scorch cities, and relentless droughts will turn once fertile farmland into dust. Entire regions that people have called home for generations could become unlivable, forcing mass exoduses on a scale the world has never seen. Coastal cities may vanish beneath the waves, while others will become so hot that daily life is impossible. The places we take for granted today could be lost to the elements tomorrow, leaving millions with nowhere to go. As food and water grow scarce, desperation will rise. Supermarkets will empty, water lines will grow longer, and children will be forced to drink from polluted sources. These shortages will spark mass migrations, overwhelming cities and nations, and plunging the world into chaos. Where will 1 billion refugees go? Overcrowded camps and endless lines at borders will become the new normal, as people search for safety and stability in a world turned upside down. As nations struggle to cope, borders may close and military forces could be deployed to keep desperate crowds at bay. Tensions will rise and conflicts could erupt over dwindling resources and safe havens. The world map itself could be redrawn, not by politics or war, but by the relentless advance of climate change, as habitable zones shift and new frontiers emerge. This is more than a humanitarian crisis. It's a global security nightmare. Governments and international organizations will scramble to respond, but the scale of the challenge may overwhelm even the best prepared nations. In the end, the fight for habitable land and basic resources could define the century, shaping the future of humanity in ways we can barely imagine today. By 2050, privacy could be extinct. Facial recognition, digital tracking, and AI surveillance will follow you everywhere. Every move, every word, every click, monitored and analyzed. Social credit scores could control your life, and anonymity will disappear. Would you dare to protest or speak out if you're always being watched? In a world of total surveillance, freedom itself is at risk. Genetic engineering could create the first fully synthetic humans by 2050. Lab-designed people with superintelligence, strength, or immunity to disease. Artificial wombs and custom genomes will let us design our descendants. This could split humanity into naturals and enhanced, a real-life Gattaca. Would synthetic humans have rights? What happens to society if DNA decides your future? We could redefine what it means to be human, or divide our species forever. The ethics are staggering and the consequences unknown. By 2050, traditional farming may collapse under population and climate pressure. Lab-grown meat and insect protein will become dietary staples. Burgers from bioreactors, pasta made with cricket flour, efficient, sustainable, and necessary. Natural food could become a luxury for the rich. The culture of food may vanish, replaced by synthetic nutrition. We'll feed everyone, but at the cost of tradition and taste. Are you ready for a future where bugs are on the menu? By 2050, humans could have permanent colonies on the Moon and Mars. Lunar bases will train astronauts for life off-world, mining resources and testing tech. Mars outposts will start small, scientists living in domes, growing food underground. Life will be harsh, radiation, isolation, and constant danger. One mistake could be fatal and the psychological toll will be immense. Colonizing space is no sci-fi fantasy, it's a risky, relentless struggle. The first Martians will be pioneers, not tourists. By 2050, gene editing could let parents design their babies. Intelligence, looks, even personality. Imagine a world where parents sit down with genetic counselors, scrolling through options for their future child, much like customizing a character in a video game. The choices could range from eye color and height to more complex traits, like musical talent or athletic ability. This technology promises to give families unprecedented control over their children's genetic destinies, raising hopes and concerns in equal measure. CRISPR will make it possible to eliminate disease and select for desirable traits. Scientists could remove genes linked to inherited illnesses, potentially eradicating some conditions forever. But beyond health, the same tools could be used to enhance intelligence, physical abilities, or even temperament. The line between therapy and enhancement will blur, and the definition of normal may shift dramatically. Designer babies could create a genetic divide between rich and poor. Access to these technologies will likely be expensive at first, available mainly to those who can afford it. This could lead to a future where the wealthy have access to genetic advantages, while others are left behind, deepening existing social and economic gaps. Over generations, society could split into engineered haves and natural have-nots. The gap between those with enhanced abilities and those without could widen, affecting everything from education to employment opportunities. The world might see new forms of discrimination based on genetic status, fundamentally changing how we view equality and fairness. What makes us human, our flaws or our ability to perfect ourselves? As we gain the power to edit out imperfections, we'll have to ask whether our uniqueness and diversity are worth preserving, or if the pursuit of perfection will cost us something essential about our humanity. The ethics are murky and the temptation will be hard to resist. Debates will rage in homes, schools, and governments about what should be allowed and who gets to decide. The choices we make now will echo for generations, shaping not just individuals but the very fabric of society. The future of family could be built in a lab where the boundaries between nature and technology blur, and the definition of what it means to be human is rewritten with every new birth. By 2050, uploading your mind to a computer could offer digital immortality. Your memories and personality could live on in a virtual world after your body dies. You could interact with other digital minds, explore endless realities, and never age. But is a digital copy really you, or just an echo? Who owns your digital soul? Could it be deleted, duplicated, or sold? This technology could conquer death, or create new nightmares. What is a soul, and can it be copied and pasted? 10 predictions. 1. Uncertain future. The choices we make now will shape the world of 2050. Will we build a utopia, or unleash a nightmare? Let's talk about the ethics, the risks, and what it means to be human. Which future excites you? Which one scares you? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Flinto File for more explorations.